Welcome to Let's Argue, the podcast where we argue about stupid-ass geek culture nonsense. We're your hosts, Justin.
And Bob.
Yeah, Bob, whatever. So, yes, I've been trying to get this podcast going for 6 fucking years.
I didn't realize I even knew you for that long.
Yeah, it's been 6 goddamn years.
Yeah, I'm going to have to trust you on that one. I don't know my timelines.
And in that entire time that I have known you for those 6 years, there's been one constant in this friendship. And it's that you can always find something geek culture to bitch about or defend for the stupidest fucking reasons. And we always end up arguing about it.
I can't help it. I'm old. I love certain things.
Well, that's fine.
And I don't like your millennial stuff.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's Gen X millennial. Fuck
Anything
that nonsense.
that's not me is millennial. Anything
that's
all there is
not
to it.
you is millennial.
Yes. That's all I can. It's either old man shit or millennial stuff.
Fair enough.
But now I'm the old man, unfortunately.
Yeah, you are, you old fuck. So, we do have someone in the background who's going to start a topic that's going to cause this to go out.
Why don't we just go with Star Trek versus Star Wars?
All right, fine. I never mind. Star Trek versus Star Wars. All right, well, Star Trek fucking sucks.
No, you see, you can't.
I can defend it because, okay,
actually,
hang on.
All right.
Here's my defense here. And it's based on a series of questions. What was Gene Roddenberry's vision, according to him, for what Star Trek was supposed to represent?
That everybody's a hippie and that you got to love each other.
Okay, then why the fuck did it always came down to with Kirk? Fuck it or kill it.
Because that's not
the hippie way.
I know, but okay. Everybody's a hippie, but hippies still got to kill.
No, that's not the hippie mentality.
No, if it's a whole universe of hippies, there's going to be a hippie off to the side that's going to piss all the other hippies off, and they're going to have to kill him. That's just the way it is.
No.
And see, I love Kirk for the main reason of that. He either argues it to death and makes it commit suicide, fucks it, or what was the third one?
Just outright kills it.
Or kills it, yeah. That's it. That's basic life, though.
But that goes against.
Think about it.
That goes against what the Federation was supposed to be all about. The Federation was supposed to be peacekeepers, not hey Kirk, go fuck it or kill it.
Well, I mean that's America. I mean it's the Constitution. It give you all the happy stuff, but you can't always do it that way. As Kirk saw that. Saw that. Hey,
no, Kirk was a piece of shit. How many enterprises did he blow up because of his own stupidity?
One.
No, he blew up like fucking 3 of them.
He blew up 1.
No, he blew up like 3 goddamn enterprises.
Star Trek 3, boom, gone. That's it.
Dude, we talking about the fucking.
You can't blame him for generations.
No, you can absolutely blame him for generations.
That's that stupid ribbon of space bullshit with Whoopi Goldberg. But you cannot. He only ever blew up one enterprise.
No, well then how come in Star Trek the Motion Picture, the first one, they're debuting a brand new enterprise?
Because the other one blew up.
Because of fucking Kirk.
No, wait a minute. No. I don't know. No, it's a refitted one. I don't think it's one they blew up.
No, it's fucking Star Trek.
He didn't blow it up he didn't blow it up on film. Maybe he blew it off on the other side. No, but according to the thing, no, it's still NC 00 whatever it is, 1701. It doesn't have an A on it. It doesn't have an A on it until he blows it up the first time.
So they found the parts and put it back together.
Yeah, they gave it a new transmission. That's basically all they did to it. And then you had to watch it for 30 minutes. And I had a Star Trek fan defend that of how it was great. And if you don't like it, you're not a Star Trek fan. And that's bullshit.
No, that was literally the worst part of Star Trek the Motion Picture. Was that 30-minute just slow pan of the Enterprise.
Now, how you know you're a Star Trek fan is, well, now you can do it. Back then, I couldn't fast forward it. But you actually physically have to watch it all once. You can't fast forward through it. You got to watch it through once. That's how you know.
Just in case there's dialogue?
No, just because you got to be a completist. You got to watch it all the first time. And then later on, you can YouTube your favorite parts, like Aliyah in the short dress. Which is all that I really cared about as a kid. Come on, man.
Hey, no, I'm laughing because it's funny. But
everybody else had bell bottoms on, but she was walking around with the short dress. But that's always been... Every Star Trek's been like that. Even Next Generation at the very beginning, but then they realized that can't fly in the 90s. Or late 80s.
Late 80s, early 90s. Yeah, it started late 80s and then ran through like 96. It ran forever.
Yeah. But, no, but Kirk had the right idea, though. Kirk is the one... out of all of them, I'll give you Picard's a good captain. And
even Picard's done fucked up right out the gate.
There's even times that Picard just said, you know what, fuck it. Just kill the shit.
Dude, Picard fucking took the most qualified applicant for Starfleet and let his anger at the dude say no.
Wait,
Q.
No,
dude. Q's first fucking appearance. He was like, hey, I'm going to give you a chance. Let me join Starfleet. Picard's like, no, you're just going to, you're like fucking all powerful, whatever, blah, 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 demigod, whatever bullshit they're trying to pull.
Oh, no, that's Star Trek philosophy. Sorry. They're all atheists, but they all love God. But if you try to... They all say they're atheists. Okay, let's put it that way. But if you show up and say you're a god, they'll basically spit in your eye. That's what makes Star Trek V so great. Because Kirk looks right at God and says, what the fuck do you need a spaceship for? And then God gets pissed off, obviously.
But at the same time, though, Q would have been a benefit to fucking Starfleet. He would have been a benefit to... No, because if you think about it, what happened after fucking Kirk got pissed, let his emotions fly? Q proceeded to not only fuck with Kirk for the next 10 fucking years.
No, that's Picard, sir.
You know what I meant. You know what the fuck I mean. No. He proceeds to fuck with Kirk or with Picard for the next 10 years.
Way to tell the difference.
Then he goes after Janeway for her entire run. It wasn't until Sisko decided to just punch him in the face before Q finally walked away.
He was Kirk. Sisko was all about Kirk. That's why people like Deep Space Nine, because they finally go, wait. Now I know what I'm missing. Just punching shit in the face that I've been missing all these years. Now, I like Picard, but he sits there and he argues, but then he punches it in the face. He's the nice guy. He'll give you the chance. But if you piss him off enough, he'll punch you right in the face just as well as Kirk did. Whereas Kirk already knows that he's not going to argue it down unless it's a computer. If it's a computer, he can talk it to death. Anything else, he knows, no matter what I say to this motherfucker, I'm punching him in the face. Eventually... So why cut out the middleman and just punch him in the face?
No, fuck that. That's not fucking...
And as far as Q...
It flies right in the face of everything that Gene Roddenberry said from day one.
Well,
about what Star Trek was supposed to represent. It was supposed to be utopian future.
Exactly, it's supposed to.
And yet, here we go. We got Kirk. Can't fuck it. I'm gonna fucking kill it.
Yeah. Well, Kirk strives to be good.
No, Kirk did not. Kirk strived to get laid.
The real message of Star Trek is... You're human. You're fucked up in the head. There's nothing you're ever going to do about it. But you can try to be better. And every once in a while, you will be. That's what Star Trek is.
No, that does not come through ever.
Yeah. We're all utopian, but it comes down to where you got to do certain shit. But
I'm all for that. Okay, but more often than not, Kirk's the one that fucking instigates it.
Yeah, but he feels guilty about it.
When? All
the time. He had to get a mind meld just to forget that he made his girlfriend commit suicide.
That right there shows me that Kirk's woefully unqualified.
He didn't tell her to commit suicide, but the very fact that she was a computer meant that she was going to kill herself just for the sheer fact of talking to Kirk. That's his one superpower, is if you are a computer, he's going to talk you to death no matter what. If Data and him would have met in Generations, all Kirk would have had to do was say hi. Next thing you see, Data would have been slitting his wrist. Or however Android kills himself. I don't know. But back to Q, though. Okay. All Q had when he first showed up was that awful unitard helmet thing that he wore. And then he had the mariachi band. That was it. How's that make him a member of Starfleet? He wanted
to be a member of Starfleet. Dude, he's got fucking literal magic.
But his resume was, look, I can make a mariachi band on the Enterprise. How about that?
He's also got a fucking... His IQ is like, what, 1 million? Smart. Better than fucking Wesley Crusher.
So was Charlie X. But what did Kirk do? Killed his ass.
Because that's all Kirk ever did.
So was Apollo. What did he do to Apollo? Killed his ass.
Yeah, and Kirk also left fucking Starfleet technology on an unqualified planet.
You drop shit.
He purposely fucking left it.
You never dropped your phone?
I dropped my phone, but you know what I do? Pick it back up.
No, but say you dropped your phone and you forgot it, and then some kid picks it up and starts using it. Are you going to be blamed for that? No, it's an accident. You dropped it.
No, he fucking purposely put that shit there.
He dropped the phaser, and then all of a sudden the planet... No, it wasn't a phaser. No, that wasn't even him. That was the Farragut or whatever. I'm not that good of a Star Trek fan to know if that's the right answer. But the Farragut stopped by. They dropped off a Bible about Al Capone, and that's how the entire planet became gangsters. Now, he did drop a phaser at the end.
Yeah, he left he left fucking
He
tech.
dropped it in the middle of New York. He was gone for 2 hours. There's no way you drop something in real life New York right now. It's not going to survive 2 seconds, much less 2 hours. That thing was gone. You can't find your car keys unless you got a little whistler thing on it.
No, the Federation can track every piece of equipment they fucking own.
No, those mobsters took that phaser and they ran off. And they never went back to it, but in the unofficial expanded universe, they actually admitted that 2 months later they became a Federation themselves. And they had a whole outpost and everything. But that's never been proven on film, so... For all you know, it fell down the gutter and some sewer rat ate the phaser, and that's all that happened. I'm telling you, I can defend every decision Kirk made. You can't name one. That's why he was such a great... Okay, no. All right. For woke culture, you can't defend the last episode because, unfortunately, there's a whole lot of sexist with his old girlfriend possessing him. You can't defend any of that. Because he straight out comes out and goes, women can't be starship captains.
Dude, that was like the entirety of Pike.
Well, yeah.
That was Pike's whole mindset. Women shouldn't be in Starfleet.
Yeah, but he liked number one, and I've got no idea why he couldn't see that Michelle Barrett wasn't a dude. But in his defense, though, he knew she was a woman, treated her like just a normal person. I mean, a normal crew member. Never said, hey, shouldn't you be cooking some Starfleet cubes? He didn't say any of that.
Starfleet cubes.
Well, that's what they ate. They ate those stupid-ass Taco Bell Demolition Man cubes. That's what they ate. In fact, that's where you can argue that Star Trek is the reason for all the shit that's been happening to us pop culture-wise. Cell phones.
I know. I'm not knocking what Star Trek has done for us culturally.
Yeah.
It's just not a good show, and it definitely wasn't a good series of movies.
You wouldn't have had Demolition Man without it?
Yeah,
you wouldn't have had your cell phone.
No, you absolutely would have had Demolition Man without it.
You might not even have the moonshot without it.
The what?
No, that's before. You can't blame Kennedy. Kennedy can't be... Kennedy, that was James Bond that caused Kennedy to go in space. Not Star Trek. Sorry, that was before. Star Trek came after.
Gotcha.
So you can blame President Kennedy for Star Trek.
Some people probably would.
No, they actually can, because this is all the space race. All people wanted to see was people running around in space.
Well, that just comes down to the cultural norms of every decade or so we have a new fascination. The space race led to suddenly space sci-fi was big again. In the 40s and 50s, we had the space alien big swing, where Ed Wood got fucking famous. Or infamous, depending on your outlook on Ed Wood.
I don't know. See, unfortunately, as much as I love films, I don't think I've ever actually seen an actual Ed Wood. I've seen everything.
You've never seen Plan 9?
Not all of it. I've seen bits and pieces of that and Forbidden Planet, but I've never sat down and watched the entire thing back to back. And all I know of Ed Wood is from Tim Burton, and since I love Tim Burton, I just trust him that's how Ed Wood was.
No, it was actually a very accurate portrayal of Ed Wood.
Yeah, he seemed like a cool guy.
Yeah. Like, he saved Bela Lugosi.
Okay, at least admit this, though.
What?
As much as you hate Kirk, you can rattle off, what do you have, 79 missions, 79 episodes? You can rattle off 75 of his episodes because they stand out.
No, I can't.
The dude punched, no, he didn't punch out Abraham Lincoln, but he was right with Abraham Lincoln as he's punching out people. He's fighting space lizards. He's having sex with Helena Troy because somehow that saved the government. I mean, literally, okay, that you can give Star Trek.
Fuck it to save the government.
Well, you can give Star Trek two things. First, TV sex scene, at least implied, because honestly, all he did was put on his boots. But you got to wonder why'd he take off his boots in the bedroom? And then first interracial kiss, as much as it really
I'll give
was.
you that. That's most definitely a given.
But see that it wasn't though. That's what kind of sucks. They didn't actually kiss. But it's close enough to piss off a lot of people.
Yeah, it was close enough to piss people off. That's why it counts.
Yes, and that's why it counts.
I mean, I'll even give you this. If it wasn't for Lucille Ball, we wouldn't have Star Trek.
Yeah, see, that blew my mind when I heard about that.
Yeah, Lucy saved Star Trek because she was NBC's biggest thing. She's like, I'll quit.
Yeah.
She's like, this gets made or I walk. Well, and you're like, oh, shit.
I didn't even know about the history of Desilu Studios until about maybe a couple of years ago, the full history of it.
Yeah.
And honestly, I didn't realize they were still around. They're doing.
I didn't even know Desilu was still around.
They're producing something right now. I think they're just producers. I don't think they're actual studios anymore.
Still, I mean, in a lot of regards, you actually last longer as a production studio than as an actual studio.
Yeah.
Because you don't have as much financial shit to worry about.
But okay, to go back to Kirk though, he's memorable. I can rattle off almost all his 79 episodes and some of his animated episodes, although he really didn't have anything to do with that, but they were fun to watch. Whereas Picard, 3 things. He kicked the Klingon's ass one time. There are 4 lights. And he knows how to play a flute. That's it. I can't think of another one. Oh, no.
Well, the fact that he tried to fuck every female hologram in the holodeck?
Oh, okay. I do love the Mace Dixon or whatever it was.
The detective gangster
Something
type
Dixon,
thing?
Yeah. I love that because I love
like every time he walks in a holodeck, he's just giving fuck me eyes to whatever hologram is before him.
Holodeck was for. I mean, they did that whole Barkley shaming bullshit later on where Barkley was doing what everybody else was doing. He just got caught doing it. Basically, the holodeck is apparently a spank palace. And they established that. They established that in Deep Space Nine. In Deep Space Nine, that's exactly what they're for. But they treat it with a little bit better than.
Well, so Barkley, again, it's also Deep Space Nine, so.
Yeah, well, Barkley was doing Deanna Troi in the holodeck.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, it's established in the episode.
That's.
As much as they can do on cable TV.
Yeah.
But, yeah, okay, so. And then you think of Voyager. Now, granted, I haven't seen all of Voyager.
Mm-hmm.
But her biggest thing is she fought Space Jello. In Deep Space Nine, as much as I love it, it's all the same goddamn story.
Yeah.
Week to week. It's one cool, big-ass story. It's one cool story, but he doesn't have the memorable moments other than punching out Q. And then Enterprise, it's Scott Bakula. I can't say anything bad about Enterprise.
I mean, it's Enterprise. Enterprise was crap.
It's Scott Bakula.
I don't care if it's Scott Bakula.
You could put Scott Bakula in the Trump story, and I will watch it. I don't care. Anything I can't. I
like Scott Bakula as an actor. Don't get me wrong.
One guy,
but Enterprise.
You're talking about the one guy in America that saw Lord of Illusions.
Yeah, you're probably right there.
It exactly made $5, and that's the $5 that I spent.
You're probably right there because I've never heard of it.
Oh, it's a Clive Barker one. It's an excellent movie.
Oh, I'm surprised I haven't heard of it then. Because I love Clive Barker.
Yeah, it's really good, and he did a great job in it. But this Scott Bakula, though. I mean, you can argue anything about Enterprise you want, but not that Scott Bakula sucks. Because a lot of people do that. A lot of people that's their only thing is, oh, well, he's not a very good actor. It's like, screw you, buddy. There's a reason I've watched all 6 seasons of NCIS New Orleans. Is it a good show? No. But it's got Scott Bakula, and that's all that matters. He is a one-man show. He is a real-life Kirk.
Oh, Shane.
Because, I mean, even as much as I love Kirk, there's some William Shatner shit that he puts out that I don't really want to see. I don't care. Keep that poetry bullshit, that spoken poetry. As funny as it is, I don't know if even I was a big enough fan to, if it came out now, I would pay for it. I wouldn't.
Oh, you mean you don't want to hear more of Shatner doing Bohemian Rhapsody in spoken word song?
No. No, I will give you Leonard Nimoy.
Oh, no. I hated the Nimoy songs.
Dude,
fucking Bilbo Baggins, no.
Wait.
Nimoy did the Bilbo Baggins song.
No, I love the Bilbo Baggins song. No, what you're talking about. I love it.
No, fuck that song. That song is
He is the Scott Bakula before Scott Bakula was, because no matter what he says...
Like, I love me some Nimoy.
Yeah, but like, he made me watch Transformers 3. You don't understand. As much as I hate Transformers 2.
That's right. He was the old fighter jet one that farts Senior. The parachute, right?
He was Optimus Prime Senior. No, the parachute Jetfire is from Transformers 2, the most awful movie in the entire existence of this universe. But, no, in Transformers 3...
Yeah, he was the one with the cane, right?
No, that's Jetfire again.
Dude, they're all the same fucking movie to me.
I honestly, no. How can you get past Thumper Dumper and confuse it with anything else other than Transformers 2?
Dude,
it's in all Transformers 3, Optimus Prime's father, Optimus Prime Sr., came to Earth to spank Optimus Prime because he didn't do something right. And then Optimus Prime Jr. looked at him and said, hey, fuck off. And that was the whole movie. I don't know. They battled on a bridge. It was something like that. But the point was...
The Transformers movies are just trash.
It was Leonard Nimoy, though. That's what got me coming back.
That's fine.
And the Dinobots almost had me coming back for the next one, but it didn't quite do it.
I couldn't do it.
Now, see, if the Dinobots were voiced by, I don't know, Harlan Ellis.
Well, if they would have done, Dinobots in any capacity other than Michael Bay saw something that looked cool and then shit on it, yeah, I would have watched it.
But if they would have got a good voice actor, I don't know who they could have gotten that would have made me see it, because I still haven't seen it. And you're talking to a guy that likes Marky Mark.
I love Marky Mark, man. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
No, you don't like Marky Mark unless you like The Happening.
Okay, I don't like The Happening, but he was all right in it.
But that shows you how much I like Marky Mark.
I watched it just because Mark Wahlberg was in it.
Okay, well, I'll give you that.
I love Mark Wahlberg.
But get back to... Wait, the whole part of this was...
It was supposed to be Star Trek versus Star Wars.
And we haven't even started on Star Wars. I think Star Wars is going to have to be a whole other podcast. No. That's one that makes my ears bleed, watching some of that shit.
No, because see... Okay.
All right, well, Star Wars.
Star Wars gets a bad rap because people fall into one of two camps. Oh, I watched the original before it had episode 4 on it, and it was the best thing ever. Fuck you. Or you fall in the other camp of, only the original trilogy is canon, everything else is just rewrite bullshit. Fuck you as well.
Okay, I'll go for the second fuck you. The first fuck you,
and then there's
I
normal
had no
people.
idea that it was even called A New Hope. I mean, I had no idea it was never not called A New Hope.
Yeah, the first printings of it was just called Star Wars.
Yeah, see, I learned that way later.
And then after they realized they had a hit on their hands, they were like, oh, all right, I have all this other stuff that I couldn't put in the movie, so now we're going to call this one Star Wars A New Hope.
Yeah, that was the second
press.
But then it doesn't bother me, though.
And then after they started, when they were getting ready to put out Empire, it suddenly became Episode 4, A New Hope. And he had the whole big plans. It was initially after, because at first it was just supposed to be a throwaway movie for his way of saying fuck you because they wouldn't let him make Dune.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'll make my own Dune with fucking robots.
Wait, Dune? I thought it was Flash Gordon.
No, he wanted to do Dune. And they told him fucking no. So he's like, fuck you. Tatooine is my Dune.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then you gave me another reason to hate George Lucas, because I love Dune. Or at least I love the movie Dune. Don't get me on the books, because I haven't read them all.
So he makes that. Eventually, it comes out to, oh, no, my... And he starts, like, embellishing more and more. It was supposed to be a 9-part thing. And then people started noping out because of the Ewoks, which I didn't have a problem with. Ugh. The Ewoks were fucking awesome, dude. Little militaristic teddy bears.
All I can say is, ugh. No.
See?
No Ewoks. Now, you're talking to the guy that has the Ewok village, or did, as a kid.
Dude, I love the Ewoks, man.
I'm a completist. I needed all the toys. But no. All
right, but fine. Taking the Ewoks out of it, the action in fucking Return of the Jedi was fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, you can't argue that.
Like, taking, like, all 3 of the trilogies have something people don't like that we can all pretty much come together on and go, all right, the movie wouldn't be hindered by this not being here, but it wouldn't necessarily be helped either.
Not Empire. Empire, I think, is the only movie.
No, I said every for the trilogies, not each movie.
Oh yeah. So I'm just saying Empire is the near perfect movie that nobody has a problem with. At least not that I know of.
And there's some people that are, but overall, it's accepted as like the one from the original trilogy. Yeah. So like the original trilogy has the Ewoks. People are like, they fucked off at the Ewoks. For the prequels trilogy, it's fucking Jar Jar. And the shitty Muppet Yoda that they tried to pull on us. I will give
a compliment to the Ewoks. They are better than Jar Jar.
And then for, everyone just seems to hate the new fucking trilogy for no fucking reason.
Yeah, I don't even want to get started on that.
People bitch about it, and I'm like, all right, whatever. So my thing, I go into Star Wars, because I grew up on watching them on home video, for the most part, because 83 was when Return of the Jedi came out. That's when I was born. So for me, I only knew them from home release.
I'm only a decade older than you.
Yeah.
That's not... I always feel like I'm 80 compared to everybody else.
Yeah, no.
But I'm only 10 years older.
Yeah, you're only 10 years older than me. So for me, it was always on home release. So I grew up with, the Han shot first, all that shit on the original VHSs. And, taping off TV.
Wait, are they on the VHSs, the originals?
The old,
I thought you can only get Laserdisc.
If you can find the very, 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 very first release, it's there.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to find it. Like, they're all degraded now that you can't get them. But there was a project that was done through YouTube where between using old footage, what people, taped off their TV, and Laserdisc, they've actually stitched back the original cut.
Oh, okay.
So that's cool. That's there. You can find it if you dig deep enough. Like YouTube keeps taking it down because copyright.
Yeah, copyright bullshit. That's
but
why
it keeps popping up every now and again. But what it comes down to is I've recently gone and rewatched the prequels. 1, 2, and 3. Aside from fucking Jar Jar, they still hold up. They're entertaining fucking movies. The graphics don't hold up because it's fucking early CG. It's early 2000s fucking computer-generated graphics. They suck. I look past that shit to the story. It's a complete fucking story telling about the rise of fucking Darth Vader. Yes, Anakin's a whiny little fucking shit, but that's what he was supposed to be. He was not supposed to be liked. He was supposed to be the fucking Jason Todd of Star Wars.
But it makes no sense because, okay, the original prequel came out, and I thought it was garbage, all of it, just about, except for Jango Fett, just because backpats and lasers of guns, why not? But then they put out the cartoon. Now, the Anakin... Wars. Yeah, Clone Wars. The Anakin in the Clone Wars, I like that guy. Well, okay. Season 2 Anakin on, I like that guy. Because Season 1, he was still playing around with Hilary Duff and all that bullshit. Or whoever plays Snips, I think he called her.
Oh, Ahsoka?
Yeah, but from Season 2 on, he actually became a guy I'd root for. A guy that I'd be sad that he became Darth Vader. But watching those prequels, I couldn't wait for him to become Darth Vader. When he killed all those kids, I'm like, good, you finally did something. Where's my Darth Vader? And then you get 2 seconds of Darth Vader. And I had to wait for 30 years for Rogue One to see the Darth Vader I always wanted to watch.
Which goes against the Darth Vader of the original trilogy.
No,
it fucking does. It looks
levitating
cool.
People up against
it fucking
the walls
looks cool.
Yeah, well,
I love that.
Okay, I'll give you that. The original trilogy, Darth Vader didn't do shit.
Yeah,
except just kind of waved at people and they would choke.
Yeah.
And it almost looked like they were doing that just to appease him. Like, oh, wait, he's waving at me, and he falls over. That's what it looked like. But that's just because they couldn't do much back then.
Yeah.
But he was still the original trilogy, you had that mystery. Like, who the F is this guy?
Yeah.
Everybody fears him, except for, what's his face? Peter Cushing. That's because he's Doctor Who. He don't fear anybody. Everybody fears him, but you don't really ever see what he does.
Yeah.
And it just gave you that big mystery. And then when you come to the prequels, you're like, okay, the first little kid, I can't get mad at the little kid. He's a little kid.
Yeah.
I don't care if you had Robert De Niro as a little kid. He's still going to be a crap actor. And I don't want to watch it.
See, but the thing is, though, Jake Lloyd, given that he was like fucking 10, did a good job for being a kid actor.
There's only so much you can do as a 10-year-old unless you've got one of the Time Bandits pretending they're a kid or something like that. Yeah. That's the only way you
I'll give you that.
Acting. But Jar Jar Binks ruined the first one for me.
I'll give you, Jar Jar Binks was bad.
But then Darth Maul stuff was really cool at the end, and I loved it. That got me back into it. But then the second one was just boring as hell. Although the second one, is it the second or the third one that opens up at the dive bar? And they're doing like noir for like 30 seconds for the chasing the assassin through the street.
I want to say that's the third one.
Oh, well, then I don't know what I liked about number 2 other than the kick-ass Jango fight, Shaft fight. That was awesome.
Would have been the Jango Fett stuff that you would have liked.
Yeah, I like Jango Fett and I like Shaft.
For me,
going
it was,
up against
it was a slower movie overall. But a lot of it was because it was all the intrigue. You had, why does Senator Palpatine, like we know, from the fact that that's fucking Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah.
But why is he like trying to turn Anakin? Why is he, trying to take on a second apprentice when he has fucking Dooku running around? Why did he have 2 apprentices when he had Dooku and Maul? Because they're always saying there's only one master, one apprentice for the Sith.
Well, see, I think my biggest problem plot-wise, I mean, not Jar Jar Binks or any of that.
Yeah.
But plot-wise, was it ruined my heroes. Because Obi-Wan, in the first Star Wars, he's a mysterious badass that can't be defeated unless he wants you.
And in the prequels, he's just a sassy fucking...
No, in the prequels, he's a dumbass.
He was fucking all sass.
I think that's the reason I hated the second one, because he comes up, finds this whole planet that's paid for by a dead guy. He knows the guy's been dead for 6 months, but the alien lady says, hey, he just showed up last week and made a down payment on these clones. Okay, if you know the guy's dead, like say you die, And then 6 months later, I'm walking by and somebody says, well, here's a letter from my friend. And he just gave it to me. I'm like, well, that dude's been dead for 6 months. And then I open up the letter, and the letter says, hey, Shane, you got to do this, this, and this. I'm not going to believe that letter's going in the fucking trash. Because I don't believe in ghosts, so I'm not going to think your ghost came back and did it.
Well, that's you, not,
but then Obi-Wan looks at, oh, wait a minute. This dead guy, that we don't know how he died, and we didn't even know he was dead until 6 months ago, on this invisible planet that we've never even, not even entered databases.
Well, no, because they explained that it was actually deleted from the databases.
I know, but I mean, none of that makes you want to just check the goddamn manual? Or just talk to the alien lady and say, hey,
that's exactly what he does.
What the hell is this?
That's exactly what Obi-Wan does.
Okay, what are these clones? Well, who made? Darth or not Darth? I don't know what the dude is. Dead Jedi #1. So Dead Jedi #1 paid for all this just yesterday. Well, he's been dead for 6 months. So can you give me a picture of the dude, or can you look? Hey, is there a way that these clones could be a trap, maybe, or something? He's like, okay, yeah. 6 million clones, give them to me. I don't care. I love them. He never even bothers to check with them. And what happens? They all turn bad and they kill everybody. And it's all Obi-Wan's fault. Okay, but give him the benefit of the doubt.
It's all Obi-Wan's fault. Yeah, no, not Yoda's for, authorizing him to be used.
Don't get me started on Yoda, because Yoda's dumbass is kicking Palpatine's ass at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And then just for a second he goes, oh well, and you know what? I'm going to Dagobah, fuck you. And just runs off. Now, they explained it away that he had a vision in the middle of the fight that he wouldn't have lost. But if you're watching the fight, he's kicking the dude's ass. He should have just lightsabered his ass in the head. Bam, Republic saved. I mean, I honestly don't see how he could have gotten out of that. I don't.
Okay, well, that's the third movie, first and foremost.
Well, yeah.
In the second one, it was...
That ruined Yoda. So Obi-Wan's a dumbass. Yoda's a quitter. Qui-Gon, which I never knew about before and ended up loving, dies off. Darth Maul, who you're introduced to, and you're like, holy shit, this is the Darth Vader, the new generation. Oh, he's dead. Jango Fett, oh my god, this is the... Oh, he's dead. You got nobody to root for. Everybody's a dumbass. The only one that does anything is Shaft. He kicks ass. And that's the other thing I hated, too. The entire movie, the entire trilogy, they're telling him, hey, don't trust that wrinkly old dude over there, the senator. Don't trust that dude. Mm-hmm. He's evil. Really, he's evil. Don't trust him. And then, so what happens when he walks, because the entire time he's like, no, that's my friend. Give him the benefit of the doubt. I understand that.
Well, it's because he promised him power. He promised him the power to stop Padme dying.
If people, okay, let's say my mom keeps on telling me you're evil. And I keep on saying, Mom, no, you don't know Justin. He's not evil. And then I'll walk in on you stabbing a knife through my mom's skull. I'm not going to say, well, she must have deserved it.
But if I had the power to give you what you actually wanted the most...
you kill my mom. You stab my mom. He walks in on Palpatine just straight up decapitating or snapping people's necks.
No, he walked in on...
He walks in on those other 3 Jedis that made action figures, but nobody knows who the fuck they are. Walks in on them all dying.
The 2 Jedi were dead before he even got there.
2 of them.
Mace Windu...
Oh, are you sure?
It was the 2 that died, and then Mace Windu. Shaft.
Oh, okay, well, still, you got Mace Windu.
He walks in on Mace Windu redirecting the Force Lightning back at Palpatine. Palpatine's getting all fucked up. And they're both pleading for Anakin to kill the other one. But Palpatine's like, no, because Palpatine's like, I can save her. I can show you how to save her.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry.
That is all he cared about, because Palpatine got in his fucking head and was like, hey, sucks about your mom, right? Don't you wish you could have saved her? Well, I can help you with that vision you're having of your wife and kid dying.
No. Because, I mean, if I have a chance to save my mom in the kitchen, because you killed my mom in the kitchen, I guess that's why you got the knife. If I get a chance to save her, and I see you about to kill her, I'm going to stop you from doing it. I'm not going to let you kill her and then go, well, I can bring her back. It's like, no, you stop him right away. So Shaft is sitting there, he's dying, or no, he's not dying, he's actually kicking the guy's ass.
He's holding his own.
Yeah, he's holding his own, he's kicking his ass. And all he had to do was walk in and see, okay, well, that dude's evil. He's all wrinkly. He's shooting fucking force lightning out of his paws. I mean, that's evil right there. Anybody that shoots lightning is evil.
But Anakin already knew he was Sith.
When?
He told him like 20 minutes beforehand.
Oh, well, then he's even more of a dumbass. I didn't realize
He's like,
that.
look, my master taught me the ways of the Force, and that you need to understand both sides in order to attain the power you seek. Because Anakin only wanted power.
He knew the dude was Hitler, and he still defended him?
Yeah.
Well, then I hate him even more now.
And that's how we got fucking Vader.
All I know is Shaft gets thrown out the window.
Yep.
And if my theory is correct, he survives because...
if you ask George Lucas, he did. But it hasn't been made canon yet.
Because unfortunately the Star Wars movies are just like Matrix, where they're too dumb to realize that they can fucking fly. Because all they got to do is levitate their underwear and bam, they're flying. It might be uncomfortable, but hey, if you can levitate a 8-ton X-wing, you can't give yourself a wedgie. Unfortunately, you give yourself a wedgie, but you're still flying. You're not dead.
Actually, there's no underwear in space, so they couldn't do it.
Well, they're rogue. Whatever. Hold on to a goddamn bird that's flying around. Levitate his ass up.
Given how many robes Obi-Wan went through, bad idea.
I'm just saying, he can levitate on a flagpole or something. There's no way. I mean, they know how to fly.
But anywho, at the end of the day, you can watch Star Wars and go, those were entertaining. If you're not a fucking purist bullshit piece of crap like most of the fucking fanboys out there who just want to bitch about everything and, oh no, there's a woman leading Star Wars.
Yeah, see, I didn't have a problem with Rey at all.
Me either. Like, the storyline went up and down as it went because they had like 5 different fucking writers. But at the end of the day, Rey had a full arc. She started as a nobody, ended as a Jedi. Not only that, they made so much fucking canon with the new trilogy in Mandalorian. Like, the fact that it's not just a Jedi Master or a Jedi Knight. The Consulars are now canon.
I missed that in Mandalorian.
No, that's not in Mandalorian. That's in Rise of Skywalker. Rey is a Jedi Consular.
Oh, is that why she's got the yellow?
That's why she's got the staff and the yellow light and the yellow.
Yeah, they had to explain that to me.
Not only is she a consular, but if you go by the canon set by Rebels, she's a temple guard. Yeah, because she has she still has the lore, so she set up a new fucking temple somewhere.
But see, Mandalorian, one of my main problems with it is because they've forgotten everything again. In the beginning of New Hope, it's only been like 10 years, but the entire
that was like 20 years.
Okay, 20 years. The entire universe forgot that Jedis even exist.
Yeah, well, that was because Palpatine scrubbed all the records.
Yeah, but then you get it to where Darth Vader's running around, Luke's running around, everybody's doing their magic again.
But it wasn't seen on the greater scope after the Old Republic. So after the Clone Wars and all that shit was wiped out, after the temples were destroyed and Vader sent out the whatever the other fucking idiots he had out there to kill all the Jedi, the ones that escaped Order 66, they were just destroying every temple they found, every the fucking data modules that they all had. They were destroying all those. They were like destroying everything they came across. The only thing that was allowed to remain was Sith teachings.
But here's the deal, though. Mandalorian, he becomes a Mandalorian because he gets adopted by a bunch of the Boba Fett guys.
By the Mandalorians, yeah.
Yeah, the Mandalorian guys.
Who are survivors of the Purge.
But the Purge is all the damn Roger robots, which I cannot stand. The Roger robots were killing them because you see one of the...
Not during the Purge? No, during that, what happened to the Mandalorian wasn't from the Purge. That was on another planet.
No, but when he's a kid, and his parents are killed, they're being killed by they had the Roger
that's the Trade
robots,
Federation.
And then you had...
that's the Trade Federation. That's not necessarily...
That is in the time where everybody knows who a Jedi is. So even as a kid,
not
he should have known what a Jedi was.
Not necessarily. Because he's from the Outer Rim. The Outer Rim was neutral territory. That was run by the Hutts. The Hutts were very superstitious of sorcerers. Just like the Mandalorians are superstitious. The Mandalorians were so fucking paranoid of the Jedi and the Sith, they went back to using real fucking bullets. They stopped
they actually have real guns?
Yes.
That's like the Harry Potter argument. Why didn't somebody shoot them?
The fucking Mandalorians, during the actual Purge of Mandalore, when the Jedi went and were fucking killing Mandalorians, and then later on during the second purge of Mandalore, which is why, spoiler alert, the Moff has the Darksaber at the end of Mandalorian.
I thought he was a zombie or something, and that's why he had it.
No, he has that because that's the only non-Jedi or Sith lightsaber in existence, and it's a Mandalorian weapon.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I thought because they make a point of saying that he got executed and he shouldn't be alive. And then he's surrounded by the zombie troopers, so I thought he was a zombie himself.
No, he's not a zombie. He's just someone who...
Well, that's what the black troopers are. They're death troopers. Yeah,
they're not zombies.
It was set up somewhere before Disney bought them.
Before, all that is non-canon. Like, right now, the death troopers are just like, they're like the fucking SEALs. They're like Navy SEALs.
Okay,
they're the fuckers you send in when you want something killed.
They showed up in Rogue One also, just being all ominous and standing there, and they never talk. I just assumed that... But, okay, well,
they're Spec Force.
If he was killed, then he got Darth Vader or something, because he looks at the last... Because you already said...
Well, his thing fucking crashed.
But the last thing, when he crashed, he walks out with a full... He's got the full Darth Vader buttons and everything, and he's got the stupid-ass cape that everybody wears.
Well, that's his flight suit. He had that on already.
Oh, that's not the Darth... I thought he was...
No, it's not a Darth Vader thing. No, that's the flight suit for the TIE fighters.
Oh, well, they don't know... I don't know
like, if you look at any scene that has people flying TIE fighters, they have that vest pack on. That's the regular...
Oh, I just thought he was undead. Then.
No. Moff Gideon isn't undead.
The last time you see the black saber is Darth Maul had it anyway, right?
Yeah.
And then he gave it to one of the rebels?
He took over... he took over a whole segment of Mandalore. And then when all that went tits up, Satine from Rebels got it, and then she earned the right to keep it, through Trial of Combat, which is how the Darksaber is supposed to be. Oh,
and you never see how she loses it.
Yeah, we don't know how she lost it
before Homicide picks it up.
As far as I haven't Moff Gideon.
Moff Gideon, all right.
I haven't seen.
I just know him from Homicide.
I haven't seen the all of the final season for Rebels, so I don't know if they say there how she lost the Darksaber, but she was the last known wielder of the Darksaber.
No. See, you don't get all this bullshit with Star Trek.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you have to watch the fucking series to know what's going on with the fucking movies. No. It's like, why do they suddenly have a new fucking Enterprise? Oh, Kirk blew it the fuck up, and you gotta go watch this for it. It's like fucking comic books, dude. You gotta go back 20 years to fucking know what's going on.
I'll give you Star Trek 4, why don't they have the Enterprise? Yeah, you have to watch that awful Star Trek 3, Search for Spock.
Why they have to search for Spock? You have to watch Star Trek 2.
No.
Why was Khan left on a planet? You have to go fucking see that.
You didn't need that. You didn't need Star Trek 3 at all. I mean, everybody dogs on Star Trek 5, but Star Trek 3 is the one that everybody really hates. Even though, as a kid, I did have the Burger King glasses, and I loved it, and I couldn't wait for it to come out. It just... okay, I'll give one thing against Star Trek. Is the fact that right at the end of Star Trek 2, where Spock dies, and if you're a big movie geek like me, which I was, unfortunately, you stay for the credits. And at the end of the credits, it says, Star Trek will return in Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. So it's right there in the credits that he comes back. But at least
they waited a movie to bring him back, and not fucking 20 minutes with triple blood.
Well, and also, okay, but see, I can defend that one because that's all they did in the original series, because they only had an hour to solve everything. I mean, how many times is Spock, oh, I'm blind. Oh, wait, we got 3 minutes left in the episode? Whoop, I can see again. Why? I'm Vulcan. Fuck off. Because it was an hour's worth of TV. They had to, back then they had to solve it so they could reset it the next time. But that's just the age of TV was. But I'm telling you, I watch the original series back to back all the time. I can't do that with the other series. Star Trek Next Generation, there's a whole season that I can't stand.
Well, that just falls into what we were talking about on the other podcast weeks ago about nostalgia. You can watch TOS because that holds a nostalgic place for you.
Okay, yeah, it holds a nostalgic place for me, but it also holds up too. With the exception of the only thing that's really dated now is the computer discs. We don't use computer disc anymore. But all the other technology, the feud cubes and all that's just never going to happen. But it's futuristic. You can say that we're going to eat cubes in the future.
Well,
but
I mean, actually, MREs, we already have food cubes.
Yeah, not like that though.
No.
But
no, we have the MREs where you get your whole daily ration out of a freaking dense fucking shortbread brick.
I don't know. All I know is for all the turnabout intruders and Spock's brains there are, and those weren't great episodes. I would still watch both of those. How many was in the first season of Next Generation?
Let's say, fuck if I know.
Let's say 20 episodes. 5 of them were good. I would still watch 20 hours of Turnabout Intruder and Spock's Brain back to back over and over again than ever have to watch that first season of Star Trek Next Generation again. And this is coming from nostalgia. You want to talk about nostalgia? I was the biggest fan. They used to play it on PBS, and I would tape it on my VHS. I knew every single episode name. I knew exactly, and I watched it over and over again as a kid because that's all I had. It's kind of like with that's another reason I hate Star Wars. Star Wars Return of the Jedi ends. He goes, well, I'm going to put out movies every 3 years or so. Don't worry, they're coming back. All we get is Ewok Adventures.
Okay, I'll give you Ewok Adventures was crap.
But I watched both of them.
So
I was excited, and I watched the first one. I'm like, oh, this is crap, but it was Star Wars. And the second one came out. Now, the second one, they tried to fix it by killing everybody, except for Shirley Temple. Shirley Temple's the only one that survives, and then she hooks up with the Oatmeal Man, and then that's a whole nother story. But that's all you had. At least with Star Trek, yeah, at first, Next Generation was all you had, and that's why you could look past some of the bullshit that was in there.
Yeah.
But it eventually you got more stuff to watch. Deep Space Nine, I love Deep Space Nine just because that's more I hesitate to say it's more the realistic Star Trek. It's how people would really act.
I'll give you that.
And it also had, I know you hate Westerns, but that's all it was. All Deep Space Nine was a goddamn Western.
That's probably why I didn't like it.
They were on a border town, and the Federation couldn't save them. They had to Magnificent Seven it every episode, and that's why I loved it. And then I like some of Voyager, but
you like Deep Space Nine because that's all it is an old Western, but that's all The Mandalorian was. It's an homage to the fucking Westerns and old Japanese Kurosawa films.
Okay, perfect example, Clint Eastwood.
Oh, here we go, Clint Eastwood.
I know you don't like him, but in his Westerns, he shows up in town. He's a badass. He doesn't give a fuck. He plays everybody against each other, has them all kill each other, and then he gets his gold and he walks out. That's the plot of Fistful of Dollars. Doesn't give a fuck. Just give me my money. Oh, you killed each other? You burned each other up? Who cares? I'm gone. Mandalorian starts off like that, where he shows up in town. Hey, I'm Clint Eastwood. But by the end of it, he's so goody two-shoes. It's like he's letting everybody live. He's patting people on the back. The people coming out that have smoke damage, he's patting them on the back, rubbing their back. Are you okay? Is everything all right with you?
What?
If you watch Fistful of Dollars and you just imagine Clint Eastwood after they burn down the harlot place.
He's not patting anybody on the shoulder.
God,
the only person he pats on the back is Cara Dune.
The Mandalorian.
Cara Dune, fucking Nick Nolte's character, Cleek, and the child.
Those
are the only three he fucking gives a damn about.
Because look at the heist episode. My all-time favorite Mandalorian episode was the heist episode.
Yeah.
I love Bill Burr. He did a great job.
They stab him in the back and he turns around and fucks them all over.
Bill Burr did get kind of annoying, but I still loved it. Because that's just the character he was playing. No, that one's perfect. He gets stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
Then he pulls a Freddy Krueger or Jason on him, whatever one you want to pick, and kills off all those motherfuckers.
He didn't kill him, though.
No, that's the point. That is what's bullshit. Okay.
It's PG-13.
No, here's the deal. Okay. He goes through the entire thing. The very first time you see him, he slices the dude in half. And he's shooting space worms, which was stupid. I hated that. But anyway, he slices the dude in half. Second episode, Jawas disintegrating left and right. He kills like 50 of those motherfuckers.
Because no one likes the fucking Jawas.
Exactly. So, those are his 2 moments of badassness before he gets saved by AG-11 and everybody else and Baby Yoda. And he doesn't do shit for the rest of the episodes. Up until the Magnificent Seven episode, which Shock Trooper lady helped out more. I'm not going to remember names. We'll have a Game of Thrones podcast about names, about how much I don't remember names.
Fuck that, dude. I haven't even watched all the Game of Thrones.
I know. But anyway, then you come up to the heist episode. It's a heist episode. First of all, love heist episodes. Mm-hmm. I already know he's going to be betrayed. I don't care. That's what you do in a heist episode. So he does get betrayed. He escapes in a badass way. And then he does that I guess it's more Jason Friday 13th.
Yeah, the creepy slasher
and
thing.
It's great. And you think they're dead, and that's
no,
fine.
I knew they weren't dead.
No, it fooled me. I thought they were dead. All right.
No, because I knew they were going to bring them back for next season.
Well, bring it back for next season. Make it a surprise.
Because now there's enemies.
Like all of a sudden, oh shit, there's Bill Burr. And if they wouldn't have told me Bill Burr wasn't dead, I would have been, oh shit, Bill Burr, Extra Gun, whatever his guy's name is. Extra Gun's back.
See, I hated that fucking third gun robot arm bullshit.
I love that shit.
That was so fucking stupid. I'm like, fucking get rid of that. Bill Burr, you're going to lose that fucking arm.
No, that Extra Gun that's what made the character.
No, and that right there is that's a straight ripoff, that whole third arm gun thing. That's a straight ripoff of a samurai anime called Afro Samurai. There was the dude with 3 arms, the number 1.
You could argue that it's a ripoff of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Everything's a ripoff of Odysseus. So you can't... I don't know what happened before Odysseus. Odysseus is the first one that anybody cared about. But, okay, so you think they're dead. He goes to the planet, and he has that little tracker that, for some reason, I don't know what the fuck kind of policy the rebels have, but apparently if that beeper goes off, who gives a fuck? They're blowing your ass up. Is there any survivors? You're blown. You're dead.
So that particular one is, hey, this is a more or less, we're fucked. These people cannot be set free. Doesn't matter if they're survivors. This must go.
Okay, I said I didn't understand. But anyway, okay, so at the end...
Yeah, that's a failsafe.
At the
without
end,
having bombs on your ship.
He looks right at Ed Asner and says, fuck you, I gotta go, and flies off, knowing full well that he left the tracker with Big Brother, and they all get blown up. Now, you can argue that the planet, that the moon they were on, wherever the hell they were, all had droids, so nobody else died except those 2 guys.
Oh, no, a whole bunch of motherfuckers died.
Oh, yeah, but I'm saying you could argue that the rest of them were droids.
Nah.
Okay, so...
I'm not even going to try to make that argument.
But let's just say he just killed those 2 guys. He killed them in cold blood. Yeah. Now, did he shoot them? No.
No, he had someone else do it.
But did he know their ass was going to die?
Yeah.
Yes. So, knowing full well that he can blow up a small moon or let the rebels do it, he didn't do it.
Okay, so here's my reason.
So why do they got to live? Why do the 3 guys have to live at the end? Hang
on. Here's my reasoning for why only those 2 were his main target. Because those were the ones who did the actual betraying. They're the ones that set everything up, and they're like, hey, we're bringing in the Mando. He pissed me off in the past. He betrayed me in the past. You're going to leave him in a cell. You're not going to hurt him. You're just going to leave him in a cell. You can rough him up a little bit, but don't kill him. Just put him in a cell. He's taking this guy's place. Your whole mission is put Mando in the cell, get the other dude out of the cell, bring him back. So Mando, he's like, all right, I'm just going to go after... The fuckers who ordered you to do this. I'm going to put you all in the fucking cell so you all go to jail. You're out of my hair. I don't need to kill you. That's the ultimate insult is I'm not going to kill you, but you're going to know I fucked you over.
Okay.
And that your plan fucking failed.
It's the reason I hated Harry Potter. I'm hating Mandalorian because he doesn't do anything. Everybody else has to do something for him. What? He did one thing.
Nobody had to do shit for him.
What? Everything. Baby Yoda had to choke people out. Baby Yoda had to levitate.
No, Baby Yoda didn't have to choke nobody out. He yelled at Baby Yoda for choking people out.
Yeah, well, he was still losing arm wrestling because
no, he wasn't losing. If he was holding his own, then little baby's like,
he was 1 second away from flipping his helmet around like Stallone did. But the point is, okay, so Yoda's.
Oh my God, why'd you bring up that fucking movie?
Hey, I've watched too many movies. I'm more of a movie geek than I am anything. Unfortunately, I've been watching a lot of cable since I was a kid. But, okay, so he can't beat up a rhino. He gets levitated.
Okay, to be fair, not many can.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to try to kick a rhino's ass, but that's not my job. If my job was rhino ass kicking, I would have kicked that rhino's ass, which was his job was. But the point is, nobody, everybody saves him. IG-11 saves him in the beginning. And
no, IG-11 tried to blow everything the fuck up.
Yeah.
And then he puts a blaster bolt through IG-11's head.
Yeah, after IG-11 did everything. You don't understand how.
Okay, look.
How you're sitting there.
You're squishy. We're humans. We're flesh bags. You got a fucking robot who can take blaster fire. I'm letting his ass do the fucking work. I'm going to shoot him in the fucking head and take the fucking money.
I know. I'm just saying. Name one thing Mandalorian did in the entire series for himself without help from somebody else.
The fact that he fucking got revenge on the fuckers trying to put him in a cell.
No.
Yeah, he did that all on his own. He had no fucking help.
Oh, well, but he doesn't kill him, though. What's the point?
Dude, he killed the two that fucking mattered.
But why does he gotta be a goody two-shoes? Why does he all of a sudden... Okay, I can understand not wanting to kill a baby kid.
Dude, because bounty hunters, they get paid to do a job. They do their job, that's it. If my job isn't kill fucking Bill Burr and...
Yeah, but if Bill Burr tried to third arm my ass and kill me, I want to kill him back.
No, if I was being a wise ass about it, I'd throw him in a cell with a fucking fake name on it and be like, hey, yeah, good luck proving you are who you are. You're going to fucking jail, dude.
No. The dumbass rebels, or they're not rebels anymore. They're
the New Republic.
New Republic. Dumbass New Republic's going to walk up to son. Wait, you're not prisoner number. No,
they're not.
I'm gonna just let you go.
No, they're not.
Yeah, okay.
You fucking think Leia Organa is going to let these fuckers go?
If a janitor is cleaning up one of the cells and he accidentally locks himself in, his ass is in there for life? No, they're going to walk back and go, wait a minute.
Well, no fucking... Okay,
you're not prisoner 12. You're the goddamn janitor.
The only people other than the fucking pilot who were supposed to be on that ship in the first place are all prisoners. There's no reason to go, oh, well, no one else is... You're not who you're supposed to be. There's no.
This is the Star Wars universe, but they don't double-check paperwork. All they're going to look at is paperwork.
Yeah, there's also a universe that doesn't have railings.
Who's supposed to be in cell 50? Nobody? I don't know who these guys are. Let them go. Just like Obi-Wan goes, what? Oh, you got 6 million guys that can fight for us? And why were they made? You don't know? Okay, well, let's...
Well, no, I let the council know, and they're supposed to investigate on it. Yoda was like, yeah, okay, it's disturbing, but hey, 6 million troops.
No, Yoda was busy trying to get with the other Lady Yoda. I can't blame Yoda for that part. The part I blame regular Yoda for is when he lets Dracula go. No, not Dracula. Dracula's already dead by that point. Emperor Palpatine. He lets Emperor Palpatine go. That's what I can blame Yoda for. Up until that point, he was great. Yoda was just trying to get something. He was distracted. Even Yoda, at the beginning, Yoda says, fuck that kid. He's not going to be a Jedi. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yoda.
Because he was too old.
Yoda is in the right.
Yeah, I'm not saying they weren't.
Up until the very end.
No, Qui-Gon was the one in the wrong saying, hey, no, I'm training this kid no matter what. Yeah, make Obi-Wan a fucking master, and I'm going to take this kid. And what do? They go, all right.
Well, that's because he's the guy from Taken.
He was before Taken.
Well, I don't know if it was before Taken or not. The point is, you don't fuck with that guy. You don't fuck with Darkman. If Darkman tells you to do something, you do it. Kill your grandma. Okay. Because Darkman told me to do it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to fuck with Darkman because I know Darkman's going to fuck me up. But anyway, the point is, I don't know what the point is anymore. The point is that Mandalorian just needs to stop Harry Potter in it. Harry Potter's the same way. The first time he beats anybody is they literally just touch his ass and they disintegrate. And then for the rest of the movies, he doesn't do jack shit. Everybody else helps him out. And that's the way the Mandalorian is. Mandalorian, the first thing he did was, okay, granted, he killed a dude in the doorway, although technically the doorway did all the work. He just pulled him to the doorway and hoped that it would knock the squid head out. Or whatever that guy was, Yak Face? I don't know who. No, that wasn't Yak Face. I don't know. He looked like a squid. And then the rest of the time, he didn't do anything. He kills a couple of Jawas. I'm sorry. I mean, it's not politically correct, but I could beat up a couple of Jawas too myself. And I'm like 400 pounds. You give me a stick, bam. It's over. Their guns can only hurt electronic people. Oh, they
can't.
They take out my iPhone. I slap them with a stick. Battle over. So I don't even give
that's not how Jawa blasters work, right?
No. Every time they shoot, they only... I've never seen them do anything with it. They didn't even do anything with the Mandalorian.
Because he didn't get hit with it.
No. They
had worse aim than fucking stormtroopers.
No, you can't... They had perfect aim because they kept on opening those little windows like laughing, and they could have just easily put a gun in his face and shot him. But they didn't. And he falls down, he's got to fight a rhino, blah, blah, blah. Magnificent 7 came up 6 episodes later. Really good episode. Because I can't even remember what happened in between that. Oh, no, okay, I do remember. He gets stuck like a dumbass in the middle of town, and then he gets saved by 8 other Mandalorians that I fucking want to see in the series. I'm like,
you know, his clan?
Yeah. By the time the third episode, I think it's the third or fourth episode rolls around, I'm like, well, holy shit. It's called The Mandalorian, but these are the guys I want to fucking watch. So maybe his ass is just going to die like a dumbass, and I get to watch Mr. Chain Gun Jetpack. That's who I want to see. And what do they do at the end of the series? They're all dead.
It's not confirmed that they died. All they saw was the armor and she was there.
Well, okay, yeah, technically, are they allowed to take off their helmets with each other? I didn't think they were.
That's unclear at this point.
Anyway.
But at the same time, the what's she called? the armorer.
Oh, old lady Boba Fett. Yeah.
The armorer, she makes all the armor. It could have just been old equipment that they were using as
decoy.
Yeah,
okay. Well, see, that means that Batista with a chain gun's coming back. That's what I want to see. I want to see that in season 2. I want to see that guy hook up. Fuck that, he got a jetpack. Where's your chain gun? Where's that? You know why he can't? Because he can't. The dude literally just gives up. Okay, the last episode, and we already said spoiler alert, so you can't blame me for this. He gets spit in the face in the last episode, and that's how he heals up. He's like, oh, I can't go on anymore. IG-11 spits some stuff in his face, and he's like, oh. It must have been liquid cocaine, because that motherfucker jumped right back up and said, I'm back in the fight. So you don't
know, that just proves how little you actually know about fucking Star Wars.
Yeah, it's called Bactine spray or something.
Yeah, that's the bullshit that they used. It's fucking nanites that fuck. Yo, Luke fucking took a bath, and that wasn't Bactine. That was that fucking Bantha shit or whatever it is.
Well, where does this first aid spray come from?
Coltos.
First of all, they don't say why.
Well, this is 6 years after Return of the Jedi.
But I mean, first of all, they don't even say why he needs the Bactine spray in the face.
Because that's where the fucking injury was. His head was split open.
From what? What did he do?
Dude, he got his shit pushed in. They all did.
I don't remember anything happening to him other than everything got shot up and everybody else is fine. All I remember is that last episode is that they couldn't open up a goddamn sewer grate. And one, who puts a sewer grate in the middle of your goddamn living room? And
two, living room, it was the bar, and that's because it's on fucking Tatooine. That place is a cesspool.
Oh, that was the bar?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
That was the bar.
And why in the whole history of Star Wars you can never open up your sewer grates? Why are they all bolted down? Because they were bolted down.
Same reason they are in fucking Earth.
No, I can walk up to a manhole, open it up, jump on down,
and
visit the turtles if I want.
Open a fucking manhole. He's like 150 fucking pounds.
I'm saying hi to April O'Neil every day.
You look in any fucking business that has any sort of drain. You can't just pull that fucker out. You have to fucking unbolt it, pull the fucker out, then run your snakes down.
So they just didn't have a screwdriver?
Nobody has a fucking screwdriver. Everything's bolted down.
The point was...
Even here on fucking Earth, we bolt down our fucking drains.
But I still don't get the fact that he's dying. For whatever reason. He thinks he's dying.
No, he's dying because fucking his head's leaking out.
He just gets sprayed in the face.
Yeah, it's fucking healing.
Basically, IG-11 pees on him, and he gets up, and he's magically healed. Bullshit. So when the star of the show...
You know we have similar technologies in the works right now on Earth in the real fucking world. We have for burn victims.
If I got
literally a fucking spray.
No, this would have been
fucking is new skin.
This would have been the equivalent of spraying down a burn victim than him getting up and doing the goddamn musical number from Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, they probably fucking as Young Frankenstein exactly.
But the burn victim can't just immediately pop up and go, dun-dun-dun-dun. I'm not going to do the whole burn, because that's a trademark thing. But anyway, the point is, if you're a geek like me, you know who Young Frankenstein is.
Yeah.
But the point is, IG-11's a real hero, and he fucking dies at the end, and that sucked. Which, if there's not an IG-12 in this next Mandalorian, then fuck George Lucas.
Yeah, fuck George Lucas. He's got no control over anything.
I don't care. I'm still blaming him because I like Jon Favreau. Although I don't know. Jon Favreau is just a showrunner, or
no? He wrote most of it.
Okay,
he's the showrunner. He's the director for the most part.
Well, I know. I still end up liking The Mandalorian despite itself. But honestly, other than the heist episode and the Magnificent Seven episode and anything with IG-11 in it, I could have. I had to struggle through it. I'm not even exaggerating. That first episode. Oh my God, I was struggling until IG-11.
See, I fucking loved all of it.
I was 2 seconds of turning it off before IG-11 popped up. Not even Nick Nolte saved it for me. IG-11's the one who saved it. And then, of course, Baby Yoda saved the whole series, honestly. IG-11 even couldn't carry that whole series because I would have fell asleep. But as soon as you saw Baby Yoda...
Well, actually, you fall asleep to most everything.
No.
Again, you're the motherfucker who... The whole movie can be fucking shit. But if there's a 10-second thing that happens that you just like fucking get out your chair and fucking scream for, you automatically love the fucking movie.
No, I get it.
And the converse, it could be a great fucking movie, but if there's a fucking 10-second thing that just makes you fucking want to yell at the screen, you fucking hate it.
Oh yeah, like Rogue One with the Muppets. I love the Muppets, but the Muppets don't need to be in my Rogue One.
For those who don't know, he's talking about Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah, the Doctor Who Muppet. I did that ruined the whole movie, but that's a whole nother discussion. But, okay, perfect example is Fair Game. Awful movie with Cindy Crawford and one of the Baldwin brothers. I don't remember which one. Horrible movie from beginning to end. Totally predictable. Boring as fuck. But there's one scene where they're on the highway, and the dude is laying on the highway about to be run over, and they focus on his eyeball, and you just see the reflection of the truck coming at his eyeball, and it was a spectacular special effects shot. Honestly, that made me feel that, okay, I hated the movie, but that one moment made me feel like I didn't waste my life. Whereas you get a movie like Transformers 2, where the entire thing was garbage from beginning to end, and I will hate it forever. Next to the only thing that almost beats it is Robin Hood Men in Tights. But that's a whole nother discussion too. But the point is, as much as I hate Rogue One, I will watch Rogue One for the rest of my life and nothing else, rather than watch Transformers 2. Now see, Rogue One's kind of like Suicide Squad though. It had a lot of great moments, and I wanted to love it. And it has a great downbeat ending, and I grew up in the 70s versions of the movies where everything was downbeat. You were eating people. Apes were destroying the world. All this shit was happening. Not one movie I watched from the 70s had a happy ending at all. They all hated everybody in the 70s. They all wanted to commit suicide, according to their films. So I should have loved the Rogue One ending, but by the time I got to it, all I could think of was Grand Moff Muppet. There you go, Grand Moff Muppet. And then, okay, but see, you don't understand. With Rogue One,
no, I understand.
That threw me out of it. And then here comes Darth Vader at the end, just kicking ass, Doctor Doom style, because unfortunately Fantastic Four did that first. Did the whole hallway scene, just throwing everybody around with telekinesis or whatever you want to call the Jedi powers. And that was awesome, and I loved it. And then, rather than fade to black, because, hey, it's a New Hope, we know it's a New Hope. You don't need to see anything else. Fuck you, I don't need to see anything else. You have to see Princess Leia. And they had back, the back is to you. But you know it's Princess Leia. You're not seeing Rogue One because you just randomly walked into the theater. You're seeing it because you know Star Wars. You know who she is. Perfect voiceover. Everything sounded great. Didn't have to turn around. But then she turned around, and honestly, she looked like Grand Moff Tarkin in drag. And it was horrible. And that ruined the movie for me again. It killed everything. Everything from poor Forrest Whitaker needing some cocaine money and doing an awful job. one of the arguably greatest actors of our generation put in a performance that I could have done better at. And I got a face made for radio. I still could have done a better job than that. But unfortunately. But anyway, the point is, with all the Rogue One aside, it still had some great moments, great characters. And there's moments that I'll YouTube clip, but I can never watch it as a whole. And honestly, I'm not even exaggerating. I didn't even know what Grand Moff Tarkin was talking about or saying, because I was so pissed off. I didn't know what he was actually saying dialogue-wise until I read the comic book adaptation. And then, because on the comic book, he looks more realistic on the comic book page than he did on the big screen. And the reason that enrages me so much is because Star Wars has great special effects. Everything is amazing as it's ever going to look. And then you got that one bad moment. And that was that one bad moment. Just like in Force Awakens. Attack. And okay, let me rephrase something. I love the Muppets. The Muppets are one of my all-time favorite things. Actual Muppet productions. I'll defend every part of it. Even Muppet Treasure Island, which was horrible, but I still loved it.
No, Muppet Treasure Island was awesome.
No, Muppet Treasure Island had one great scene in it, and that's what saved the entire movie. When
it's got Tim Curry in it. No, it's automatically
awesome. I know. It was good, but the only thing that saved that movie for me was when they killed already dead Fred, or whatever his name was. The Muppet that was already dead. He's the only one that got killed in that. I mean, they lead out with the epic Tim Curry, double barrel. Somehow it's a single shotgun, but he's shooting it off 3 or 4 times. Blood flying everywhere, and only dead Fred dies. Or already dead Fred. I forget what the name of it was. So, I love the Muppets. But then you get, in Force Awakens, they did the same thing. Great special effects. I even love the beach ball. And you know me, and I hated that beach ball. I hated the beach ball until I saw the movie, and then from 2 seconds into the movie, you love the beach ball because it's just a great practical effect and everything. But when they talk to Lord Snoke, it's like goddamn Kermit. It's like they threw a dish towel on Kermit and said, here, you got to do a couple lines. I don't know what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter. You're a goddamn Snoke. Your name's Snoke. Get out there. That's what it felt like to me. The bad special effect. And now that one wasn't as bad as Rogue One. It didn't take me out of the movie. And because I think in the back of my head I was going, wait a minute, they're doing a Wizard of Oz thing, and that's fine. He's not really 50 foot. He doesn't look like a bag full of bad garbage Kermit the Frog. And so I forgave that. But then, of course, the second one, when he's Hugh Hefner and he looks just like that again in real life, that's the main reason I love The Last Jedi. It's because his ass got sliced in half. I don't care what else happened in the rest of the movie. I think I might have blacked out after that. I don't know what happened after that. All I know is I had utmost happiness, and my brain just said, that's it, shut down. And I shut down. And that's why Last Jedi is such a great movie, because Snoke got his ass cut in half.
Oh, my God.
And I don't know. I just hate Snoke. I hate bad special effects. In a movie like Flash...
It wasn't a bad special effect.
Oh, my God.
That's the problem.
It was bad. So bad. Now, see, you get a movie, one of my all-time favorite movies, Flash Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
They're bad special effects because of the times.
Yeah.
There's never a point in Flash Gordon where you're looking at that and go, oh my God, that's so fucking realistic and great looking. It's crappy the entire time, with the exception of maybe the bird men. For a brief second, they look really cool. Flying in the background and stock footage, whatever that was. Backscreen shot. I forget what they call it. But anyway, that entire movie is consistent. Whereas Star Wars, where it should be consistently good, I love the special effects of the first three. I loved them all. Until the special editions, but that's a whole nother thing.
Because they were all practical effects with the exception of the laser shots.
But they were all good. They were all as realistic as you're ever going to get floating.
Because practical effects are always going to look good. No matter what.
Okay. A perfect example then, Rogue One.
Yeah.
With Grand Moff Tarkin.
Mm-hmm.
Looking like a bad Miss Piggy on acid. They did. Now, this is Marvel, who's known for doing a young Michael Douglas and making it look awesome in Ant-Man.
Because he's still alive.
No, I know.
And it's just digitally removing wrinkles.
I know, but it looked good. Doing a Robert Downey Jr. that was so good that I could have sworn he was from Less Than Zero, and I thought they just put the stock footage in there. But no, they did the same thing, the anti-wrinkle thing. Kurt Russell, amazing. They couldn't get an old dude that kind of looked like Peter Cushing and did the de-aging thing on him. Instead of getting the goose-stepping Miss Piggy Muppet, the thing couldn't even walk. The thing literally, and I could be exaggerating this, of course.
As with most things you've said tonight.
Looked like his head, you know how the old films where the special effect is so bad, they kind of walk off the set, like their head is off the set? He almost looked like he was in space at one point. It did not look real. No, but see, okay, here's the other thing.
You and I are watching very different versions of these movies. Here's the other thing that was really bad,
is you see in the reflection that it's Peter Cushing's face and whatever.
Uh-huh.
And that's another moment where he never had to turn around. And I loved it. I saw that, I thought it was, my first reaction was, oh shit, that's cool. It's his reflection. And that's how they get Peter Cushing in here. And that's fine. Their problem was they made him turn around. Same thing with the Princess Leia later. Don't make him turn around. It would have been perfect. I would have probably not loved Rogue One because I had other problems with Han Solo Jr. all of a sudden growing a conscience. That's the other thing. Oh, okay, that's where your goody two-shoes bullshit starts. Han Solo Jr. in Rogue One. Straight up the first time he sees him. Hey, best friend. Fuck you. Shoots him in the back. Climbs up a ladder because he's about to get pinched by some stormtroopers. Rather than shoot the two stormtroopers that show up, he straight up kills this dude in the back.
Because dude who meant nothing because he was just giving them
intel. they were best friends.
No, they fucking weren't.
Well, the point is, he's an innocent human being that he just got shot in the back. Doesn't give a fuck about... Okay, that makes my point even more. Didn't know the guy, shot his ass in the back. Who gives a fuck about this guy? I'm climbing up this ladder for reasons. Because I can't teleport because this isn't Star Trek.
Because he can't get caught. He's not supposed to get caught.
Well,
he's a spy.
The point is, kills a stranger. So, he meets up with, what's-her-face? I don't know, Princess Leia Jr., to just go with the motif. Meets up with Princess Leia Jr. What's her name?
Jyn Erso.
Meets up with Jyn Erso. Doesn't give a fuck about her. Could care less about her dad. Oh, your dad's in trouble? Fuck you. Sit in the back seat. I don't give a shit. So when he goes to snipe Jyn Erso's father, there's no reason for him to hesitate. There's no reason. He should have just shot his ass and walked away because they've already established that his character is badass like that. He doesn't give a fuck. He's the mission only. But see, there's no scene where she ever convinces him not to kill her father. And there's even the weird scene where Ninja and Backpack walk out like they're going to go tell him, say, hey, don't kill Jyn father. But I don't know. They walk out and get a smoke or something. They never explain what happened to them. They just walk off. I don't know. They're smoking a cigarette on the other side of the spaceship. I'd never figured it out.
I think you need to rewatch Rogue One, my friend.
No, dude. Okay, where did they go? You've seen it. They walk out the ship. What do they do?
Yeah, they go to their fucking post. They literally show Backpack fucking Merc dude looking through the freaking big binocs.
Okay. Well, I thought they
surveying the same thing that fucking...
Well, then explain to me.
Whatever the fuck his name is.
For a fan of Rogue One, explain to me why Han Solo Jr., Cassio, didn't kill that dude. What was his reasons for not just directly sniping the dude in the head? There was no, they didn't have to keep him alive for anything.
Well, he had the intel on how to fucking stop the fucking
his
Death
only mission
Star.
was just to shoot the dude. That was his mission. He had him in his sights, and nobody, I can understand if they had Jyn Erso walk up and go, hey, motherfucker, that's my father. Or Backpack go, oh.
I need to watch it again, but there is a reason. I have to watch it again, but there's a fucking totally reason.
I think...
Dude, you space out on like half of a movie, dude.
Because you don't understand. The first half...
No, I do understand. I understand that it's you, and you just space out because something happens that you just don't agree with. So you'll space out for like 20 minutes of the movie and then come back later.
Space Bomb from the beginning really pissed me off. Could not stand that. Poor Forrest Whitaker. I hope he got a lot of cocaine from this movie. Because that's the only reason he was doing it. His awful performance probably is why I didn't... No, because I paid attention to Cassio shooting that dude in the back. I was...
Yeah, so you paid attention to the beginning of the fucking movie.
No, but that's after Space Bomb. Space Bomb happens and then Cassio happens. Right? Or does Cassio happen first? Either way, the point is, he should have straight up shot Mans Miglin, or whatever the hell that dude's name is, from Polar.
From Hannibal.
Oh, Hannibal. I know him more from Polar, which is a great Netflix movie. But he should have just straight up shot him in the face. But I could have forgiven all that. I could have forgiven all of that, because that's the way movies are. Sometimes shit doesn't make sense, especially most of the 80s. None of that shit ever made sense. The Goonies should have died 2 seconds into the film. But it was just Grand Moff Muppet that that was the final straw. And then when they got me back though, you don't understand. They got me back with Darth Vader. His Doctor Doom walk was amazing. At least I'm pretty sure that Fantastical Four, whatever that was.
I've only seen the first Fantastic Four. I noped out on Silver Surfer and I refused to watch the reboot.
When Teenage Fantastic Four, the one where they had the 4 on the poster, there's a scene where Victor Doom comes back from the planet. First of all, he looks like Silver Surfer, but he walks. It's the coolest scene in the movie. But you got to wait an hour and a half to get to it.
Yeah, fuck that.
He walks through a hallway and they go to stop him, and he's straight up just popping people's heads, throwing them against the ceiling. Now he doesn't have a laser sword. He just has popping head ability, and that's basically. And I'm pretty sure that came out before. I'm sure they didn't ape off of that. But Rogue One came out later, and Darth Vader does the same thing, and then Grand Moff, or Grand Lady Leia Muppet, whatever you want to call her, I don't know.
Let me find out when those came out.
Yeah, because I don't know. I can nitpick that because I'm not... I don't know. I can nitpick those not because of plot, just because of special effects, and that's what pissed me off. Whereas with Star Trek, I've loved that from the beginning. And yeah, I do call it Trek, even though you're not supposed to. But I don't give a fuck. That's how I've always said it as a kid.
What?
I've never heard anybody say Trek.
Yeah, Star Trek.
No, you're the first person ever. Everybody says Star Trek. They even say Star Trek on the official Mission Log podcast I listen to.
No, Trek as in you're going on a trek.
I know, but everybody says
whatever.
Trek. Nobody says Trek.
All right, the fucking service here sucks. I can't pull them up.
Oh, which one do you try to look up?
I was looking up the release dates for the Fantastic Four movie reboot and Rogue One.
Well, I'd let you use my iPhone, but you hate iPhones.
Fuck iPhone.
Anyway. But regardless of who stole from who, because, I mean, I'm a comic book fan. I'm used to both people stealing from each other.
That's like the entirety of comic books forever.
But see, with Star Trek, though, they're consistent all the way through with all their special effects. If it's cheesy special effects, it stays cheesy. There's no point that it gets any better or worse. It stays like that. Like the Halloween episode, they're literally fighting giant blue screen cats and shrimp. The shrimp were bad guys. I mean, it is shrimp. It's shrimp. It's even got like a little fucking sword toothpick through it. It's a goddamn shrimp that they're fighting. I mean, if you rewatch it, I'm not even exaggerating. The point is, though,
I'm out just on that.
I know, but it was a cool episode up until that. It was basically, what if Star Trek got invited to a Halloween party? That was the whole episode. It was really cool. The only thing that would have made it cooler is if it would have been Vincent Price as the main bad guy. But then you had a giant cat, which you can never get that right. You can't get that right nowadays.
You can if you do it right.
I don't know.
You gotta use force perspective.
Star Trek just always seemed consistent, and if they didn't answer a question,
Star Trek has always been boring to me.
Huh?
Star Trek has always been boring.
You didn't watch.
No, when
Star
I
Trek
can't.
2, I guess that would be the best. That'd be the most action. That doesn't
Wrath of Khan. Fuck, I hate Wrath of Khan with a passion. Both fucking versions.
Oh, how can you should like it just for Mr. Rourke? Mr. Rourke puts in a kick-ass performance in that.
Nah.
Oh,
dude, I don't care about the individual actors putting on a performance. No, the whole fucking thing has to at least entertain me, and it doesn't. I fucking hate Wrath of Khan because it's fucking stupid premise. We abandoned him on the planet 30 years ago. How the fuck did he survive? How the fuck did he build a new ship to get off? Who the fuck knows?
No, he didn't build a new ship.
Whatever the fucking premise was. They fucking abandoned his ass.
The reason you hate it is because Kirk did it. Kirk just basically threw their ass on the planet, forgot to tell Starfleet that he even ran across the
I loved the first of the reboot movies. The Chris Pine movies. I fucking loved the first one. I'm like, this is Trek I can get behind. And then what they immediately do after that? Wrath of Khan 2.0. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's one of
I called it from this. As soon as they announced we were doing the second one, it's going to be Wrath of Khan. They're going to redo Wrath of Khan.
Yeah, everybody called it, but they kept on saying that it wouldn't be Wrath of Khan.
Yeah, exactly.
But then, unfortunately, if you're watching the 50-foot trailer, there's literally...
You see fucking Khan on the fucking screen.
There's literally a screen that says Khan, and that pissed me off so much.
I know, we both agree. That's the one thing we fucking agreed on.
Yeah, because
that it was stupid because they kept saying, no, it's not Wrath of Khan, not Wrath of Khan. And then in the fucking trailer, Khan.
Okay.
That would be like going, I'm going to use a you analogy here. You're going to be proud of this one. That would be like seeing, you get Marvel announcers are doing a new superhero movie, knowing they just got Fox. You go, it's going to be X-Men. It's not going to be X-Men, not X-Men. You see fucking a screen that says Wolverine or Professor Xavier. It's the same. That's what it felt like.
It could be Alpha Flight. No, I see your point, though.
Motherfucker. Yeah. I knew you were going to pull one of the other fucking teams for Wolverine. That's why That's why I gave the second one to Professor X.
You can't pull a Wolverine team. Wolverine has been a member of every single team.
I know.
There's not one that he has. I think the Runaways is the only one he's never been a member of.
Yeah, probably.
But I don't know. It's just I've always just liked Star Trek over Star Wars because Star Wars I get so pissed off at because the original trilogy had so many mysteries. And the problem was, it's not that you ruining my childhood, it's just that...
George Lucas was a hack.
Well, no.
No, he was a fucking hack.
Those three movies were masterful because they left you with all these mysteries that they never answer. He's the original J.J. Abrams. He gave you the box to look at and never gave you a question about it. But the problem with him, though, is he waited 20 years to answer your questions. So in those 20 years... With the exception
because he was sitting at his desk going,
I'm not
what do I do for the origins?
I'm not arguing that he knew what he was doing.
If he would have stuck to the original fucking plans for Vader, the prequels would have been so much fucking better.
No, his original plans was Jar Jar Binks as Darth Sidious.
No, that wasn't his original fucking plan.
That's one of his plans.
No, that's the fucking fan theory bullshit.
No, he's come out to say that he was going to do more with Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, more does not mean he's going to... No, you're going to have to show me that fucking interview after this.
Okay.
Because speaking of, it is that time. We've got to wrap it up. So this has been episode 1 of Let's Argue. We will be continuing this on a bi-weekly schedule. So look forward to it over here on whatever you're listening to on. It's going to be available on just about everything you can possibly think of. So I have been Justin.
And Bob.
Really, Shane. I've said his name like 6 fucking times.
No, sir. Bob Rivers.
He still wants to go with Bob fucking
Bob Rivers. Shade is an alias.
And we will catch you next time.